God bless. Here's a clip from our sermon this past Sunday. Enjoy.
I want him in my beginning. I want him right in there, because in the beginning, God. If you want whatever you begin to go right, you have to begin it right. You must begin with God. Why? Because when God is in your beginning, then your beginning, watch this, already has an ending. That is, when God is at the beginning of a work, he has already completed the work. Revelations 1 and 8 says this: I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, saith the Lord, which is and which was and which is to come, the Almighty. You see, church, God is not merely, Lord have mercy, watch this, in the beginning. God is the beginning, Lord Jesus. Did you get that? Lord have mercy. A lot of things are begun, but I want to be where God is the beginning. Not that he is in the beginning only, but he is the beginning. Church, here is what I truly get, and I pray that you get it today, that whatever I begin must begin with God. For when I begin with God, God will supply everything I need to bring that work to its conclusion. Hence, I do not initially and primarily seek to be approved by man. I do not seek to be on the same agenda, Lord have mercy, as mankind. Are you kidding me? They are human and limited as much as I am. I choose to line up with a limited God, an unlimited God. I choose to line up with a limitless God who is end I can't find, whose beginning I can't find. All I know is that he said, I am the beginning, I am the end. And so I understand that if I begin with God, then whatever I began, I must have celebrated at the beginning. Because if God is at the beginning, he said, Maria, it's already finished. Because I'm at your beginning, the work is done. Where we go astray is when we begin what we think is a good work, but it's not a good God work. And so we begin some things that don't have God's approval in the beginning. See, you can begin something that looks impossible, but because you serve a God who with all things that are impossible become possible, it doesn't matter that it seems impossible to you. Just because God is in the beginning, it means that every impossibility shall experience a turnaround, and God's going to make every dream come true, every vision to be seen. God, what you have spoken, it shall come forth. God is. Oh, there are amazing and miraculous benefits of beginning it right with God. Let's take a look at the major benefit. Genesis 1 and 1, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. If God is in my beginning, then God, watch this, with his creative ability is in my beginning. Now, at first glance, this can be taken rather lightly. Yet this is actually a heavyweight statement. It was about 11 years ago. 11 years ago. That God, he spoke to me about the word create. Understanding this word create freed up my mind to a point where I do not concern myself with what seems impossible. No, I get it. That God is creator. And God, as creative as he is, he just creates. Here is what God taught me. This was 11 years ago. Lord, never heard it in my life. God shows me this about about creating. Set it up. Watch this now, watch this. There are two meanings of the word create. Asa, church, Asa is what you and I can do. We can take all the ingredients, egg, oil. We ain't struggling. We're not our grandparents. Ready-made mix. We're trying to be, just hook it up. Water. This is an Asa moment. Create. This means that in order for me to create a cake, because you don't see the cake, you just see a vision. I'm trying to help somebody. You just see it. We Asa, which means we take ingredients, mix them together in the appropriate way, and before you know it, kablam! We have a cake. We Asa, we take what we already have to make what we want to have. Heard that thought? We Asa. We Asa. We take what we already have to make what we want to have. Yet, here is who our God is. Our God is bearer. He needs nothing. Shaba. Sheba. All right. He needs nothing to make everything. See, some of you caught that. Some of you caught that. See? Because when you tell me, Pastor, I can't see it. Pastor, I don't see how it's going to work out. Pastor, I cannot comprehend how this thing is going to come about. Oh, Pastor saying is bearer. God, you got to show up because they can't see it. They can't make it happen. It seems impossible. That means, God, only you can do it. You got a bearer. You hear me? Shabaka. So from now on, when you get to your God, I can't seem to kick this habit. That means the 10-step program don't work. It means the methadone situation don't work. That's all man-made stuff. That's when you've got to go to the highest power and say, God, I tried everything and everything has failed. God, I need you to step into this. I don't know what the solution is, but God, you know. God, I need your creativity. God, I need you to do a barren moment and create something so that I can find myself out of this impossible situation. Barren! See, look, can I talk to you too a minute? Let me tell you something, and you've got to understand it, that God revealed this to your pastor 11 years ago. In the infancy of my writing books, he said, I need you to understand this. So that means that whatever God places in my sight, in my mind, it doesn't matter if you think it's possible. God already placed it. That's why you got to make sure that God is right there in the beginning. And God, you started it. And so God, I know that you've already finished it. Oh, let me tell you, when we get this mindset of how great our God is, then we'll never be limited. We'll never be stopped. We'll have entrepreneurs. We'll have millionaires. We'll have victorious Christians because we realize there's nothing impossible with God. God can do anything. And you'll never gotta catch it. Catch it. And you'll never let anything created stop you from knowing what God has said. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what you say. I don't care what the economy says. I don't care what they say about the job market. I believe God, and I know that with God all things are possible. I believe to see it, God, because God, you are power.
For a copy of this entire message, please reach out to us at swim@logic.bm or go to our church website, order this sermon. It will be a blessing to your life. Blessings abound.